Recently, some of my coworkers and I came to the realization that UX writers have some shared terminology, but almost no consensus on these words' definitions. Since we can't agree on what these words actually mean, we can't properly refer to phenomena or our work with the certainty that others know exactly what we're talking about. To solve this problem, we created some set definitions that we hope can begin to square away things and give writers an opportunity for clear communication. Let's go over our definitions for the common copy size terms: long form, short form, and microcopy. Long form copy is any copy that's 3 or more paragraphs in length that form a coherent and continuous unit. Long form copy appears anytime a topic needs extra space to convey additional detail, complexity, or content. On the internet, you're going to most likely see this copy in narrative or information-dense writing, like blog posts, articles, policy descriptions, reports, and support pages. But this is a non-exhaustive list, since long-form copy is going to appear whenever there's information that needs to be explained in depth. Long-form copy is also important on interfaces because of its SEO potential. Because of its length, long-form content can hold many keywords, assist in internal linking, and increase engagement time. All of these traits will push a website higher up on a search results page. While long-form copy is great at so many things, it does have one major trade-off. Users usually aren't committed to reading it, unless they're particularly invested in the material. With so much text and busy users, long-form copy just doesn't draw attention like copy that's easier to scan. Unless the topic is highly relevant to users, they're likely to scan over all those details you just included. If you find yourself writing something that will fall into the long-form category, consider scanning-friendly strategies, or if there's anywhere you can cut down on words and details. So what hits the sweet spot between scannable and detailed? Short-form copy. Short-form copy acts as the middle ground between long-form and microcopy, and is 2 to 3 paragraphs focused on communicating one main idea or point. These days, short-form copy often acts as the default method for communicating information to audiences. There's enough length to give some detail, but not enough to bore users. You can find short-form content in onboarding tutorials, longer summaries, product descriptions, and detailed mission statements. All writing that should be read, but doesn't need to be nitty-gritty with the details. While short-form content is used almost anywhere, it's important to think about if it really is the best option. If a button label would work, don't write a paragraph. If users need depth to make decisions, don't leave them wanting more. Finally, there's microcopy, the smallest copy size. You can find microcopy anywhere an interface needs to quickly inform, influence, or support user interaction. Because it can communicate so many things without breaking user flow, it's probably the most abundant form of copy. Most homepages, for example, will only contain microcopy, and a lot of it. Some examples of microcopy include link and button labels, page titles, error messages, and tooltips, which you'll notice are all very common forms of UI writing. While microcopy is incredibly useful and can be used almost anywhere, microcopy also can't stand on its own. Without images, UI elements, or even other forms of copy, microcopy doesn't mean anything and won't provide value. Always consider how microcopy works within the context of an interface. At the end of the day, these definitions are still loose and flexible. Writing is an art, not a science, and it's probably not make or break if there's some miscommunication between short form and micro. But creating these set definitions is still a big help. Definitions make our writing more intentional, and intentional writing serves users best, creating a better user experience.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more UX videos, check out these over here and consider subscribing to our channel. You can find even more resources on our website, including a free library of over 2,000 UX articles. And if you're ready to dive deeper, we offer both live hands-on UX training and self-paced courses you can take anytime and at your own pace. Explore our full course library at nnGroup.com.